Victor Von Doom, genius, ruler, and self-proclaimed savior of humanity. As one of Marvel's most fascinating villains, Doom isn't simply driven by malice, but by a complex mix of intellect, trauma, and ambition. Today, we're diving into Dr. Doom's psyche to understand his megalomania and his ethical justification for power. Is he truly the savior he claims to be, or just a tyrant, blinded by his own god complex? Welcome to Unmasked. Victor Von Doom's story begins in the small Eastern European nation of Latveria. He was born to a Romani healer mother and a doctor father, both persecuted for their heritage. His mother, a powerful sorceress, made a fateful pact with a demon which ultimately led to her death, a tragedy that haunted Victor from a young age. Determined to protect his people and avenge his mother, Victor threw himself into both science and magic, becoming a prodigy. Yet his genius also bred arrogance. While studying in the US, his experiments to contact his mother's spirit went horribly wrong, scarring his face and solidifying his belief that only he could master the world's mysteries. But to Victor, this wasn't his fault. He blamed Reed Richards, a brilliant rival who questioned his methods. This event would haunt Doom for the rest of his life, becoming an obsession. Returning to Latveria, he seized power and became the country's absolute ruler. His rule, however, wasn't for personal gain. At least, that's what he tells himself. Victor Von Doom doesn't just see himself as brilliant. He believes he's the best suited to rule the world. This isn't simply ambition. It's what psychologists called megalomania. To Doom, his superiority isn't just an opinion, it's a fact. This certainty drives him to claim absolute control. Nietzsche's philosophy warns us that an obsession with fighting evil or chaos can turn someone into the very monster they despise. Doom believes that he alone has the intellect and will to save humanity, but this belief twists into an obsession. His fight against chaos becomes a fight for total power. Let's look at Doom's classic line, "There is no God, only Doom." This isn't just arrogance, it's a declaration of belief. Doom doesn't see himself as a man, he's more, or so he believes. His need to be above everyone else makes him not only a ruler, but a tyrant. But Doom's philosophy is built on an internal paradox. The stronger he sees himself, the more he feels he must control everything. Any sign of vulnerability, any threat to his vision, feels like a threat to his very identity. He's fighting not only for power, but for his self-image as a godlike figure. Now, here's where Doom's complexity really shines. In Doom's mind, he isn't a villain. He's Latveria's greatest protector. He enforces strict order, provides healthcare, ensures economic stability, all with an iron fist. In his view, he brings peace, prosperity, and security. For Doom, this isn't just ruling, it's a form of sacrifice. Doom justifies his actions through what's known as utilitarian ethics, where the greatest good for the greatest number takes priority. His goal is a perfect society, even if it means crushing dissent and removing individual freedoms. He believes that his rule, no matter how harsh, is ultimately for Latveria's benefit. Take, for example, Latveria's low crime rate, and healthcare reforms. These are genuine improvements Doom has made, but they come at a cost. People in Latveria can't speak out against Doom or question his rule. The question becomes, is it worth sacrificing freedom for stability? Doom would say yes, echoing the words of Thomas Hobbes, who believed that without a powerful ruler, society would descend into chaos. In Hobbes' view, a strong ruler ensures peace, but for Doom's form of peace means citizens live under constant surveillance, knowing that disobedience is dangerous. His control isn't just about law and order, it's about enforcing his vision without question. Doom believes he's above corruption, that his wisdom and vision shield him, but the truth is, his power has already corrupted him. His sense of knowing best justifies every action he takes, however cruel. Doom's rule also reveals what's known as a savior complex. He truly believes that the world needs him to survive, and that without him, humanity would suffer. This complex gives him a kind of ethical justification for his actions. He's not seizing power for himself, he's saving others. In one confrontation with Reed Richards, Doom claims, "I am all that stands between this world and utter ruin." This belief allows him to commit any atrocity, seeing it as a necessary sacrifice. This is what makes Doom so dangerous. His inability to consider that others might have a valid perspective or solution. In Doom's mind, he is alone in his understanding of the world's needs. His armor isn't just protection, it's a symbol of his isolation, his separation from others. Jean-Paul Sartre famously said, "Hell is other people," capturing the idea that others can limit or oppose our true potential. Doom would agree. He isolates himself because he believes no one else is worthy of his vision. Yet, this isolation becomes Doom's prison. He surrounds himself with servants, but none are allowed close enough to challenge him. His mask and armor cut him off from others, trapping him within his own beliefs. By pushing others away, Doom loses any chance at true connection or empathy, becoming the very tyrant he despises. Carl Jung once said, "The brighter the light, the darker the shadow." This insight reveals Doom's tragic flaw. The more Doom shines in his brilliance and intellect, the darker his shadow grows. He's unable to acknowledge his own vulnerability or his need for others. As a result, he's condemned to a lonely, rigid existence, ruled by his own illusions of superiority. So, is Dr. Doom really a villain? Or does his megalomania and ethical justification make him something more complex? Some might argue that Doom could be a hero if he let go of his ego, his intellect, his drive, even his tragic past. They all have the makings of a protector, but his obsession with control, his belief that only he knows best, turns him into a cautionary tale. In the end, Doom forces us to confront difficult questions. Is it even justifiable to force one's vision of the greater good on others? Can a ruler who refuses to listen, who isolates himself in his own ego, ever be truly good? And perhaps most importantly, does the power to change the world ever truly lie in one person's hands? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring the mind of Dr. Doom, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology of iconic characters. Leave a comment below. Do you see Doom as a necessary evil or just a tyrant? Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning.